Hey, Back to Basics. This is Tanya, and I am your Tuesday vlogger for the Back to Basics WLS channel. And I'm coming to you with a topic that's kind of been on my mind for a long time, even actually before surgery, but a lot more so lately. It has to do with the U.S. government, the Department of Agriculture's guidelines for what we should be eating for a typical American diet and their suggestions. And I actually started with looking into this when where I work. I am on a listserv for the American Heart Association, and in their health guidelines, they had sent out something not that long ago, given the typical diet for 2,000, it recommended 1,800 to 2,000 calories a day, and it had the guidelines for protein and carbohydrates and so on and so forth. And I sent them an email at that time when I had received that notice, questioning the validity, because I explained that I was a weight loss surgery patient and I had been maintaining my weight for quite a while, and that I have to eat 1,200 calories a day and significantly less amount of carbohydrates than what they had been suggesting, and that I was part of a weight loss surgery community, that we all ate typically about the same thing to either reduce our weight or to maintain a goal weight, and that I thought the guidelines were skewed and not valid, that they were seriously overstated. And if I ate what they recommended, I would definitely gain weight. And I got back kind of a blow-off email, and I wasn't really happy with it, but I didn't pursue it any further. And then this past week, I got an email at my work. We get these wellness newsletters, and it got me going again, because they have a section on it that has a recommended daily caloric intake and that kind of thing. And again, it just seems so overstated, and I'm not quite sure what action can be taken, but I feel like this is a social issue for the whole United States, that if our government is recommending diets that have calories that exceed what it would take to maintain a healthy weight, what hope do we have to realistically educate people on what they should be taking in to maintain a healthy weight? Because I remember before I had surgery, and I would look at like a 2,000 calories, because normally on the nutritional value labels, it'll say it's based on 2,000 calorie diet, and I'll think, yeah, I need to get down to 2,000 calories. Well, we all know if I eat more than like a 1,200 to 1,300 calorie diet, I'm gaining weight, and that's with moderate exercise. So what I was going to go through really quickly, just to give you an example, was what the guidelines say, and it breaks it down male and female, and then it breaks it down between sedentary, moderately active, and active. And the way it's based for women, it's based on a woman 5'4" tall, weighing 126 pounds, which we all know that's pretty small. And for sedentary, it says it means a lifestyle that includes only light physical activity associated with typical day-to-day life. And then moderate activity includes physical activity equivalent to walking about 1.5 miles to 3 miles per day at a 3 to 4 mile per hour pace, in addition to light physical activity associated with day-to-day life. Then active means a lifestyle that includes physical activity equivalent to walking more than 3 miles a day at 3 to 4 miles per hour, in addition to light physical activity. Well, based on these guidelines, I would probably put myself in the moderate category. Some days I would say active, but not 7 days a week. So I would probably put myself in the moderately active category. And for my age group, they would recommend 2,000 calories per day. Now, if I ate 2,000 calories per day, there's no way I could maintain my weight. There's none. The other thing that they recommend is for protein, For females 31 to 50, they recommend 46 grams of protein a day. Based on what we know, I think that is ridiculously low. And even for a male, 19 to 30, they only recommend 56 grams of protein per day. I find it actually kind of disturbingly low, what they have on here. And I've gone so far to look at who was on the planning committee. It looks like these nutritional guidelines get updated every 5 years. And I looked up the faculty. It's mostly faculty from universities around the country who are experts in cardiovascular disease, nutrition, that kind of thing. And I've looked up who was on the committee that decided on these guidelines. The renewal is actually coming up in 2016, I believe. And I'm thinking about contacting some of the faculty and discussing with them how the guidelines are set and if they really truly believe that this is true and that, you know, true guidelines that we should be following. And if so, I'd like to see studies where people actually ate the way they recommend and maintained a healthy weight, because that would tell me one of two things. Either one, I want to see the study to see if it actually works, and then I would question if maybe us as bariatric patients or formerly obese, morbidly obese, super morbidly obese people, do we have to take in less calories to maintain a healthy weight than what someone who was never overweight before, than what they have to eat? So in other words, like I have to take in no more than 12 or 1,300 calories a day, being a formerly morbidly obese person. But does someone who was never overweight and is the same size as me, can they take in more calories and still maintain a healthy weight? I think it's worth knowing. And then if that's the case, is our body physiology one that is flawed, and we were doomed to be overweight because our bodies never required that much calories to maintain a healthy weight? And I don't know, it just seems like it leads to a lot of research related questions. And of course, I'm an accountant. What do I know about health research? But I feel like somebody needs to be out there asking these kind of questions. So I just like other people's opinion on this topic. And if you think I'm onto something worth pursuing, or if anybody else has thought about this kind of thing too, because if I feel like I'm not kind of out in left field on this one, I think this might be something that as a social issue I may want to pursue long term to try and improve the nutritional guidelines that we have in the country. I know everybody is their own individual and people are going to eat the way they want to eat, but I think having unrealistic guidelines that are given to the public as the guidelines to follow that are truly not going to get us to a healthy weight, it's detrimental to our whole society. So, and it's probably helping to feed the epidemic of obesity. So, I have no conclusion. It's just something that I've been thinking about, and I've been getting kind of I don't want to say upset, but maybe passionate about, because it upsets me that the guidelines that people are given, now that I know long term what I have to do to maintain a healthy weight, is far below what is recommended by the U.S. government. It upsets me that this is what we're telling everybody is the ideal. So anyway, I'd love to hear people's opinions on this topic. You know, do you agree? Have you looked at it? Do you totally disagree? Do you have any theories on it? Because I will probably reach out to a few researchers and just ask for some study documentation, and maybe if to be told about any studies that people are participating in now, maybe something that some of us want to participate in or have the opportunity to participate in for long-term research. So anyway, that's my topic for this week. I'm sure I'll probably have something follow up later on if I do pursue talking to researchers about it. Okay? Thanks, guys.